everybody, welcome back to the show. I'm your host, James. Alongside always,
I'm Andy.
he's Andy. How are you today, bud?
I'm good. Yourself?
Anything new for you? It's been a while.
No,
Because I've been real busy. You've been real busy?
oh yeah, real busy if you mean just sitting on my butt. I mean, got to go do some fun things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Did a little mini golfing and some bowling. So
Pizza putt?
yes.
Yeah. How's that golf over there? Same course, right?
Oh no, they added another hole or two.
We had another hole, too.
Yeah, so
Have to look in there.
it's okay.
Trying to keep up with it? I haven't been in a while.
Trying. They got a couple new games, stuff like that. So
Okay. I heard they boost up on their laser tag and arcade section more than they actually upkeep in the golf course itself.
yeah, but see, for me, I'm a big mini golf fan.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what it looks like as long as I'm mini golfing.
Only do mini
Because I
golf.
can't do real golf. So
Because
the next best thing.
The moon course, right?
yeah, which is now Under the Sea.
It's under the sea now.
Yeah,
Like, get rid of the moon.
Little Under the Sea, start singing Little Mermaid Under the Sea music. They should be playing that in there.
Yeah, they should. Little music theme in there.
But
They had some sort of pirate ship in there too once.
yeah, that was half a hole and they redid it. So now you can do the pirate ship.
Half a hole.
Yeah,
How do you get half a hole?
I don't know, you cut the pirate ship in half.
Oh, pizza putt.
But
Been around forever.
yeah. How have you been though lately? Been a while since we've seen each other.
Man, I've been busy. Been working a lot more, like 40 hours. And today, I finally cut the backyard. Mowed the backyard.
Because I remember your dog could run out there and he'd get lost
He
in the backyard.
disappeared. It was a forest. Yeah, but I did it on purpose because we had the pool back there, and all the grass died. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to really grow up.
You know, put the pool back up?
No, I get rid of it.
Oh, okay.
All gone now,
I
yeah.
was going to say,
All
it's a
gone.
good reason to get the kids out of the house.
Yeah.
Then you have free time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but no, I get the yard going to
Oh, okay.
get him out there now.
That's
Be
good.
good to go.
That's good.
Wrestling news.
Yes.
What do we got? What do we got in the dock for some
Well,
wrestling
I
news?
think in the last show I mentioned the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yes, we did.
That has officially started now. So I haven't watched it yet, so I can't do any spoilers.
Okay.
But I know I'm wicked excited to watch this because we state all the time when we watch wrestling how much we miss the Cruiserweight division.
Oh, so bad, man. I love that.
And I really hope this brings the Cruiserweight title back, for instance, on TV instead of just on live streaming, because that's the only way you can watch the Classic is on live streaming. So hopefully whoever wins it, we then see it back on Raws and SmackDowns.
So is it going to be kind of like King of the Ring tournament style?
Exactly. It's a 32-man elimination bracket.
Okay.
And I mean, they got guys from all over the place: America, Europe, Japan, Australia, everywhere's. You know, a couple old faces are coming
Probably
back
for
for
the
it.
Caribbeans too, because they have some great cruiserweights down there.
Couple, like I said, returning veterans for this that we've seen. Tajiri is back.
Okay.
Brian Kendrick.
Nice.
So, and then a couple guys from NXT that are in it. So,
Sweet.
It'd be nice. Like I mentioned on the last show, I'm a huge fan of the new wrestling company Lucha Underground because of the high flyers, the lucha style.
course.
WWE, you don't see it anymore, so hopefully this brings it back. And in TNA, the X division, which is the lightweight division, is horrible. It's like five guys, and so it's the same match over and over and over.
Right.
So it's boring. So hopefully this brings a new, not new, but an old style back to WWE.
Yeah. Who are you hoping to win?
There's I forget the guy's name in NXT, but it's just this new guy in NXT. He does high flying, but he's also a good grappler.
Okay.
So I forget his name because it's been a while since I watched NXT, but him and Brian Kendrick is amazing to watch. So
Yeah. Always awesome. I see Neville doing real well in that tournament.
he's not in the tournament.
Neville's not in the tournament. Why is he not in that
He's on
tournament?
the injury reserve list.
He's still injured?
He's still injured.
Wow.
Yeah, he got messed up in a match way
Oh, that's
back
a
when.
shame, because that guy was talented.
Exactly. But getting on a different track, talking injuries, we have a match to announce already for SummerSlam next month.
Now, SummerSlam is what, August?
Yes, it's should be late August, I believe, is the match. They announced Brock Lesnar, whoop-de-doo, has a match at SummerSlam, but at least it's against your boy Randy Orton. He's coming back. He'll be back for SummerSlam. So
He would come back just enough to take enough suplexes.
basically.
Ugh.
So I asked you earlier in the week, what do you think of this match? Why don't you tell the fans what you think? What's your opinion on this?
I think it's going to be a pointless match. I don't know why we're even having it at all. I mean, Randy's been out for a while and he should be coming back dead on just going for the title. That's what he should be going on.
Yes,
but instead, we're trying to give Brock another match. Why?
Well,
I mean, didn't Brock just get done a UFC fight?
He did. Saturday night, he won his fight. Whoop-de-doo. The only reason they're doing this is because Brock Lesnar is signed on the roster part-time for the big pay-per-views.
Right.
That's it. So you're getting whoop-de-doo matches. You'll never see him wrestle on Raw or SmackDown. He'll just do his appearances at the end of the show.
Yeah.
And it's a way to get the fans... I think they announced this just to get those fans who are fans of Brock Lesnar hyped to watch SummerSlam. Because it's going to be at the Barclays Center again like last year.
Well, one, I'm really surprised there's actually any Brock Lesnar fans out there.
No, there's so many, it's ridiculous.
I don't know why. This guy is a no-neck, untalented guy. He shouldn't be in that ring. He injures people in a bad way. Ric Flair always said a great match is one when both wrestlers do not get injured. That's because they're professionals. They're in there to do that kind of stuff. Brock is not a professional. He has a terrible gimmick. He's trying to bring his UFC gimmick over to WWE. You can't do that. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be a UFC fighter, go to Dana White, be a UFC fighter. If you want to be a wrestler, then you be a wrestler. You don't get days off as a wrestler. Do you see John Cena taking days off?
Well, only for promotions, but yeah.
Even for promotions. He goes promote, then he comes back to the ring. He's always working, you know? So, I don't like Brock, and the way they're putting Randy Orton back in the company is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Randy should be going right for the belt.
True.
Right for Seth Rollins, you know?
Randy Orton, so let's get on the track with Randy Orton. He's been out for about 8 months now.
Yep.
One of the biggest news things that's going to happen in WWE takes place next week. SmackDown moves to Tuesdays, so it'll be live.
That's happening next week?
Next week, the 19th.
Okay.
And it'll also be the return of the WWE draft.
Well, we should remind that this show is taped, so we're talking about the 19th of July,
yes.
2016.
So the big news, not even news, it's the rumor, is that a big name will return to the draft. Do you see this being Randy Orton?
It could be.
Usually
WWE doesn't like to do that kind of gimmick where, oh, guess who's coming, but we've already released the match, you know? Mm-hmm. So it could be Randy, it could be somebody else. Who knows?
I mean, I'm trying to think who else has been injured or if they're going to re-sign somebody and they're coming back. I mean, it's not Kurt Angle. I already know that.
Well, speaking of Kurt Angle and surprise return, I heard on the July 4th episode, Vicky came back?
Yes, because I've told you in the past what they're doing is, because they want, with the brand split, they're going to have a general manager of Raw and one of SmackDown. Yeah. And so all these general managers from the last 10 years have been coming back stating that they need to be the general manager. We've had Teddy Long, we've had Kane, John Laurinaitis, and now Vicky Guerrero. I still see Eric Bischoff showing up somewhere.
I hope so. But Vicky is a good choice.
So
People
annoying,
think she's annoying, but you know what? She can play a crowd.
Yeah. I see, really how I see it happening, what I've heard for news is, for tonight on Raw, because it's now a week before the draft, is that Vince is coming back to Raw tonight. And I personally think how it's going to be is Shane's going to get one show, Stephanie's going to get the other.
Do you see Shane sticking around for a while?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah?
I really do. The things he's been doing, I think he's back for good now.
That'd be nice.
So, Randy Orton, I see him showing up at the draft because someone's going to draft him. And the whole Kurt Angle thing, like I said, he's not coming back for a while because he's got all these independent matches going on. So,
right. Independent. You're saying like the
independent circuit,
and not like TNA stuff.
Yeah, it's not any of the big ones, TNA, Ring of Honor, any of that.
The thing with independent circuit is that he is not contracted in those, so he doesn't actually have to show up for those matches.
True.
Unless they actually paid him beforehand. I
see, though, him not giving up the match in August because it's been hyped for the last couple months, him versus Cody Rhodes. There's a match somewhere up here in the New England area or in New York.
Yeah, I think I roughly remember hearing about that. It'd be Cody's first independent match, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
that indie league, it's very difficult to maneuver. I mean, I know I've been in the independent league for a long time, so Kurt doesn't actually have to do those matches unless the promoter actually paid him ahead of time.
True, but I see him doing that. That's a big match.
Yeah.
I mean, he did
Him
one.
versus Cody, yeah.
He did one a couple months ago against Rey Mysterio. Kurt played the heel and Rey played the face. So
Of course.
So he had that. But moving on, there is one bit of news I told you earlier last week. I don't know if you remember this, but on the July 4th taping of Raw, a former WWE superstar from years ago, Cruiserweight, made a return because he had a meeting with Vince. Maybe a meeting for a contract? Who knows? Do you remember who that wrestler was?
No.
Name of the Asian cowboy, Jimmy Wang Yang.
Jimmy Wang Yang.
He had a meeting with Vince McMahon on Raw July 4th.
Really?
They have not released what that meeting was about, but he was backstage in the office with Vince.
That guy was talented too. He was real fun to watch.
That's where I'm getting with the Cruiserweight Classic tournament that's going on. Maybe they are bringing back the Cruiserweight title, and he's re-signing some of these big-name Cruiserweights to get that division
not a bad
hyped
idea.
up.
I mean, Vince has got a lot of different shows now. He has NXT, SmackDown, Raw, who knows what's going on. Mm-hmm. He has a lot of wrestlers. That locker room is huge, and he needs to utilize all of these faces he has back there. So why not bring more titles that need to be there? Who knows? This may open up a hardcore title belt somewhere down the line.
I just thought of this, too, because you know me, I just shoot out everything. I just shoot out things that just pop up in my head. They're stating that a big name superstar will be returning to the draft.
Okay.
We all know TNA is taped months in advance.
Yep.
The last episode of TNA, they had Hardy versus Hardy, Matt versus Jeff, and it was the last match between them. Whoever wins gets the Hardy name, gets the brand kind of thing. You can't use any of the Hardy stuff after that. Jeff lost.
That was on stake? Really?
Yeah. And they did it with the great thing, watching this match, they did it in their hometown in North Carolina.
Okay.
They built a match in their ring.
Charlotte, North Carolina, something like that?
Yeah, they built a ring in their backyard and everything. Jeff climbed a tree and did the swanton out of a tree into the ring, and it was awesome. So Jeff lost, so now he can't use the Hardy name or the brand, which is kind of making my gears turn. Does that mean Jeff's leaving TNA? Maybe returning to WWE?
I heard him and Triple H did talk a while back ago about his return.
Because we all know you have that waiting period.
I think it's 9 months? 6 months.
So
Something like that.
Maybe it's different for TNA that you only sign and it's a certain amount of time. Yeah. Who knows? But being the fact TNA's taped months in advance, maybe Hardy's returning.
Well, is he going to be Jeff Hardy or cannot he's a Hardy name?
Well, that's only in TNA he can't use it.
Okay.
That's the storyline there.
It'd be great if he came back as Willow.
That'd be awesome. So who knows? Who knows?
A gimmick.
Who knows? We won't know until we watch the draft. One of my favorite things to watch in WWE. Just to finish up the thing.
Yep.
If everyone remembers, I promoted Lucha Underground watching for wrestling. We watch WWE. We watch TNA. Lucha Underground's amazing. They're having their WrestleMania, is what I call it. Theirs is called Ultima Lucha, and it's a 2-part episode. I watched part 1. Mm-hmm. It was amazing.
Good stuff.
Amazing. Part 2 is supposed to be even better. I'm so excited to watch part 2 this week.
Well, right on. I hope you enjoy that show.
It's amazing. Lucha Underground, I can't get enough of it.
Good big wrestling stuff coming out. Randy Orton's coming back. Lesnar's got that match. I don't really care about it, I guess.
Yeah.
But the huge thing is the Cruiserweight tournament,
which we
really
Classic.
Want to focus on the most. So we'll keep you guys updated as news comes out, right?
Exactly.
How long is this tournament going to last, you think?
I'm not sure how long it's going to last. It just started. I mean,
okay.
It's a 32-man tournament, so I'm guessing each episode probably on when you watch it streaming is probably like an hour long. So you could probably get like 3 matches in the hour.
Right on.
So, I mean, it's probably going to be a couple weeks. Or not a couple weeks, probably about a month or 2.
A few episodes.
Yeah. So.
Right on.
We're excited.
All right, so that's it for wrestling news right now. So the last couple of weeks, I have been talking a lot about box office numbers.
Yes.
And our last episode was pretty much about that too, right? Mm-hmm. This got me thinking, why not have a new segment on the show, Andy? This segment, I'm going to call, you ready for this? Box Office Heroes. And what we're going to do is going to talk about the top 3 spots in the box office over the weekend. All right?
Let's do it.
All right, so we'll start number 3rd place.
Okay.
3rd place. We find Finding Dory,
Oh, God.
starring Ellen DeGeneres and Albert Brooks. This movie brought in $20.3 million over
Do
the
we
weekend.
really have to talk about this?
It's not a lot of talk, just
Oh,
that.
God. I hated Finding Nemo, for crying out loud. Like, I'm going to go see Finding Dory.
I got attached to it because of my kids. My son loved the movie.
Makes sense.
I am not going to go to the theaters to watch Finding Dory.
Mm-hmm.
I will not.
Wait for it to come out.
Only until it comes
Maybe
out,
rent
yeah.
it or something.
Yeah, I will. I've heard it's a really cute movie though.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just leave it at that. Get kicked out of first place. Finally, we're looking at Legend of Tarzan.
I really want to see this.
It stars Alexander Skarsgård and Samuel L. Jackson.
And don't forget who plays Jane, Margaret Robbie,
Yes, that's exactly
who is
right.
a very up and coming actress. I mean,
She is now.
Everyone remembers her from The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yep.
She's going to play Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad.
Exactly right.
So,
This movie came close to getting in 3rd place, but it just beat Finding Dory. It came in at 20.6 million. So I mean, that's still some pretty big numbers for that. But 1st place, I was really shocked because there's no promotion about this movie at all. The only promotion I've heard about it was it's McDonald's new Happy Meal toys. And this movie is called Secret Life of Pets, starring funny man Louis C.K. and that little midget Kevin Hart.
the problem is you don't have television at home.
I do not.
This
I have
the
Netflix.
multiple trailers for this movie have been on multiple times all day.
Really?
I mean, I see this trailer at least 10 times a day. And at first, I'm like, I don't want to see it. I really don't care if I see it or not, but it does have its funny moments.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it shows when we leave the house, what do our pets actually do, kind of thing. Like, you have this little wiener dog. He jumps on the counter, and he has, like, one of those blenders, the station blenders.
Right
He turns it on, and it's like giving him a back massage and everything. A poodle, like, throws a house party with a bunch of
Now,
animals
is
in
this
it.
a Disney movie?
I'm not sure who
I
has the rights to
really
it.
doubt it is. I really doubt it is. It could be, but I don't think so.
I want to say it was Cars a Disney movie?
Yeah.
It might be, because I thought it's from the producers of Cars, it said. I'm not positive.
All right. Well, this movie, it kind of sounds like a ripoff of Toy Story. It's like, what do our toys do when we're not in the room? They come to life and they talk and they
guess.
have a good old time, you know?
I guess you can say that, yeah.
But Secret Life of Pets has what, a dog in it named Max, right?
I don't know the characters' names. I've seen a bunch of different animals.
What other animals are in there?
I've seen dogs. I think there's fish. There's parrots. I think some zoo animals maybe show up. I'm not sure.
Animals show up.
I can't remember.
I want to see how your taste is on this. Do you think it's a kid's movie? Knowing that
I think-
Louis C.K. and Kevin Hart are both in this movie?
I think it's meant to be a kid's movie, but there's a lot of adults that want to see it, because I can remember when Finding Nemo came out. I was in high school. And
We're in high school.
yeah, it tells you how old we are. And I remember, I think I was like a junior or something like that. So you're getting up there in age.
Yep.
And everyone was going to see it, even kids in school that were older than me, and some parents wanted to go see it. So it's meant to be a kid's movie, but a million adults want to go see it. It's the same thing with Cars, and there was planes and
Planes, trains, automobiles? No,
Yeah,
that's not
all the-
right. That's not right.
no.
Rescue planes.
something like that. There's been
Rescue
Cars,
jets.
there's been planes. I mean, even the oh no, that was Turbo I'm thinking of. But still,
Turbo's a good movie.
yeah, but that's what I'm getting at is there's a lot of even Wreck-It Ralph. We love Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids movies out there that are, or animations that are meant to be kids movies, but they end up having a lot of adults go see them.
Yeah.
Is it because you think it's funny, or is it something maybe you want to relive your childhood? There's even TV shows we watched when we were kids.
Yeah.
I love DuckTales, for instance. I mean, there's that. I know you used to watch it, and I did. The show Gargoyles. When it's
Yep.
on TV, I still watch it. There's a lot of things we watched as kids that we watch as adults because it's bringing back that memory of being a kid. So, I'm not surprised if a lot of adults go and see Finding
this
the
movie
Pets movie.
made a lot of money. This movie brought in $103 million over the weekend.
I guarantee.
For an animated movie.
I guarantee a lot of kids wanted to see it too.
Yeah.
Like I said, this movie, out of those three, I saw the trailers for that more than the other two probably combined.
Yeah.
I did not see many Finding Dory trailers.
I didn't either.
I saw the Tarzan trailer probably more.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I find it kind of weird. I mean, it's just like how these placed in. I mean, did animated movies always get that high up in the box office?
I don't think years ago, no.
No. I mean, Tarzan's doing great because Tarzan's been out for what, 3 weeks now?
No, Tarzan actually just came out, I think.
Did it? So it might have been 2 weeks old by now, and it's still holding the number 2 spot, which is pretty decent for that kind of movie, especially going against Finding Dory and Secret Life of Pets.
Yeah. The one I'm surprised is no one's mentioned Independence Day 2. I've been actually hearing it's getting a bad rap.
Yeah.
Which it shocks me.
Yeah, it didn't even make any of this list. I mean, when did that movie come
out? It came out, I think, last Friday.
Yes, that's 2 weeks old, too.
Yeah.
Didn't even make the top 3. Oh. Ghostbusters comes out soon, too, right?
I think this weekend.
This weekend?
This weekend. Yeah.
We'll find out how that does.
And then
makes the list.
Yeah, and then we'll have to talk about on the next show probably by then. Star Trek Beyond comes out the 22nd, so that's in about 2 weeks.
Yeah. So next episode's Box Office Heroes should be a pretty interesting conversation with. Hopefully, we'll see what people like. Maybe we'll understand a trend on what people like.
My thing I want to really see is how Ghostbusters, the all-female Ghostbusters, does, because I was watching Entertainment Tonight, and they were talking about the Ghostbusters, how it's been getting a bad rap, and it's not even out yet, because a lot of fans are upset with the all-female cast kind of thing, and just the way it's been going. So we'll see.
I'm not upset about the female cast. That's fine. I'm upset that the female cast is not related to the original Ghostbusters. That would make a lot more sense if they did that.
Apparently, two of the original Ghostbusters are supposed to be in this movie.
Bill Murray's going to be in it, and I heard Dan Aykroyd's going to make a cameo too.
So, we'll see.
But they're not even coming in as their old Ghostbusters parts. They're just coming in randomly, which makes no sense too,
Yeah.
Whatever. We'll talk about it in a couple weeks and we come back around the table here.
I guarantee it's getting a bad rap, but I bet you people are still going to go see it. Just because.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's gonna make good money. It's gonna make good money. All right, let's move on to comic books. The reason why the show came together.
Exactly.
We have a new Iron Man, Andy. Actually, it's more like an Iron Girl, right? So what they're doing, I've seen a trend. They made Thor. Now they have the female Thor. Iron Man, and now there's a new storyline for female Iron Man. Now, I don't mind this because, Tony Stark is still in the picture. It's just a new female Iron Man is going to wear the suit. Her name is Rory Williams. She's a student at MIT who decided to reverse engineer the Iron Man technology.
Yes.
And it worked. So now she's flying around as the new Iron Man. With this in mind, do you think Marvel is going to keep doing this to answer to DC's Rebirth series?
When you told me about this and I read this, I was really excited because I don't see it being just part of the comic books like that. Yes, maybe it's probably because of the whole DC Rebirth thing. I actually see this making films.
Think so?
I think so, like not coming up maybe 10, 15 years down the road.
Okay.
This is where my brain starts spinning. In the last Marvel movie, Captain America, we see Tony Stark go to his alum in MIT. That's where he went to college. This girl goes to MIT. Eventually, Robert Downey Jr. isn't going to play Iron Man anymore, just like Chris Evans isn't going to play Captain America and all that. Maybe we see them take this from the comics and put it into the movie, where Robert Downey Jr., his character's too old to play Iron Man. He's at MIT because we've already seen him go there, and he finds her, and she becomes the new Iron Man in a new generation of movies.
Yeah.
In like a phase 7 or something like
See,
that.
this stuff I don't mind because they're not like disregard that Tony Stark ever existed.
Mm-hmm.
He still exists in this universe with Rory Williams, which is absolutely fine. If they want to make Iron Man a female, and in this case it's a black female, you know, it's fine. It's great. Do it as long as the storyline makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Because that's where I find it intriguing is that it can. The two worlds can come together, being the whole MIT thing. It evolves around that one college.
Yeah,
Tony goes there all the time.
of course.
And it could end up being he becomes her trainer, just like we've seen when we were watching like Arrow before, and they go into or Legends of Tomorrow, and they go into Arrow's future, and he was training his protege.
Yeah,
So
like a mentor. Yeah,
exactly, and I could see that happening, and then making movies out of that.
that'd be pretty sweet.
A new generation,
Yeah,
the new Avengers.
I mean, we could see, the all-female Avengers that people have been talking about a lot too. Mm-hmm. Because we already know about She-Hulk. I mean, that's not a huge big deal there, you know.
Mm-hmm. They could also take this whole female Thor thing, maybe from Young Avengers, where that girl Thor was Thor's daughter. Mm-hmm. So I mean,
yeah, I mean, like, who knows what they're gonna do? And I think it's good stuff, and I do think it's a good answer to DC's Rebirth series.
Mm-hmm. Because I know Marvel is now all of a sudden introducing all the new characters coming up. We're going to have Black Panther, Miss Marvel, all of them. But you can't just keep going year after year and stretching it.
Nope.
You have to think, okay, we're going years and years later, we need new people.
Take a step forward with introduce new characters, but not forget about the old ones.
Yeah, don't reboot these characters.
No.
I don't want to see reboots
No.
because the originals we've seen, you can't reboot that. They did an amazing
this
job.
is a great way. You're not rebooting anything. You're just introducing new people.
A new generation.
New generation. Exactly right. That's all they're doing. It's fun.
It's the same thing with the animation Young Justice.
Yeah.
We're not rechanging anyone. We're just reintroducing a new generation.
Yeah.
And it makes sense how they did it because they're like their children's or aunts or nieces and nephews of the originals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's it. That's all the comic I have this week. I'm not sure if you read anything else in the hot sheets.
Well, we have coming up in the new season of Arrow, being the fact we love wrestling.
Oh, well, that's our next segment. Are we going to the next segment now? Is that what we're doing?
Well, I thought you said we were done with the comic stuff.
I don't know if you had anything different for the comic book stuff.
Oh, no.
All right, so let's jump to the Flareverse, huh?
There we go.
I only have one thing. You're about to give it out. Let's do it right now. Arrow, Season 5. Cody Rhodes, the former WWE superstar, is going to play some sort of villain and to destroy not Arrow, but Oliver Queen in the 5th season.
How funny would it be if he shows up? Because we saw the whole Stephen Amell versus Cody Rhodes thing in WWE, the skits. And at the time, he wasn't Cody Rhodes, he's Stardust.
Yeah.
How funny would it be if he shows up on set and they film it, his villain, in a costume, and it's the Stardust costume?
That'd be awesome.
That's how you do it.
That would be awesome. So, have you read anything else besides this?
All I got to read was the article about him being a villain in the new season.
Do you have any idea what villain it's going to be?
No.
Because, I mean, the article said Oliver Queen and not Arrow. So, it could go different ways. You know, obviously, have some sort of issue with Oliver Queen. So, not so much as...
Well, remember,
Arrow.
Oliver is now the mayor of Star City.
Yep.
So I could see it happening where he has a problem with Oliver because Oliver is the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
He could also have a problem with Oliver also because, remember, in Season 1, Oliver's mom was part of the... I forgot what it's called, but where they destroyed half the city.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have griefs with the Queen family because a lot of people lost family members. They could turn back to that, too.
It could. I'm trying to find some more news I hear on the Cody Rhodes thing, but I'm not really reading much about it yet. I'm excited about Arrow to see what happened because the whole team broke up.
Yep.
So we might even start a new team of Arrows.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've all stated Roy Harper is going to come back. I mean, it's a given, and he's going to come back as Arsenal. So we'll see that. And we have, what's her name? The Huntress's daughter from Young Justice.
Yep.
Artemis. We'll have her.
Yeah.
So.
And what I've been reading too is that the end of the second season of Flash, the Flashpoint Paradox, is going to change Arrow's universe too and the whole thing. So maybe that's a good way to introduce Cody Rhodes as some sort of, I don't know,
alternate universe
kind of villain that maybe I don't know. It's so much speculation to do about this right now.
I would state that out of all the seasons we've seen of all these DC comic shows on the CW, that this fall, when all 4 of the shows, Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, and Legends of Tomorrow, all happen, this is the most exciting time to watch these shows. Because so much is going to happen on all 4 of these, especially when they do the 4-part crossover on all 4 episodes.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting.
This lineup that the CW has, they've gone beyond, and I think it's getting everyone all giddy and all excited. I know cannot wait for October.
The other exciting Marvel Universe came out because they have, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show that ties into the movies too.
Mm-hmm.
But CW went beyond that. They're tying in 4 shows together. And one used to be on a different network, too.
Mm-hmm.
So they are just gone all in. They gambled everything.
And it's
on the
paying
shows,
off.
And they are definitely paying off with it. Absolutely. It'll be exciting to see what Cody does. Maybe does something with Stardust. Attacking Star City.
That'd be the way to do it.
It'd be interesting. All right. So, nothing new with Flash, Legends of Tomorrow yet?
Not that I've heard of.
Well, Andy, it's time to start the main event of tonight's show. Can you have any guess what tonight's event is?
I don't know. Can any of you out there guess what tonight's episode is about?
It is Pokemon Fever, Andy. That's what tonight's about. It's Pokemon Fever. Because ever since 1995, Pokemon first came out, it has just exploded.
Worldwide.
Everywhere. I mean, I'm not sure when you first got into it.
It was close to around there.
Yeah?
Around that time. I know, as my father would say, when you're a doink-a-doink. So back when I was a little doink-a-doink, I've always been a fan.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
I mean, starting back when you collected the trading cards.
I mean, think about this. What they have out, they have TV shows, movies, trading card game, toys, plushes. The list of material that these Pokemon have come out with is incredible.
Exactly.
Absolutely incredible. I'm still a huge fan. You're still a huge fan.
Mm-hmm.
Later on in the episode, we're going to talk about the new Pokemon crate that just came out. I'll say, a week ago, maybe?
No, I don't even think it's been a week.
I think it's been a week yet?
It might overseas, but here in America,
yeah.
I don't even think it's been out for a week.
It's been pretty different, yeah.
Only been a couple days.
You texted me the other day about regions in the Pokemon verse.
Yes.
And you had to correct yourself. I didn't have to correct you because you knew you were correct. You thought Johto was the first region.
Yes.
I actually wrote down the region list in order for you.
Okay.
Okay? It's not just talking about the TV show, the video games as well.
Exactly.
All right? So the first one is going to be the Kanto region.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we meet Ash from Pallet Town. Age 10, right?
Somewhere's around there.
think it was age 10,
to
right?
10. Somewhere's around there.
Now, what I've noticed that Kanto is the middle of the map, and all the other regions spider off of it. Okay, in all different directions. So then we have the Survey Islands, which takes place in the game itself. In the TV show, I believe it's called the Orange Islands.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Then we have Johto, which is season 3.
Yeah, which is one of my favorites.
Johto was cool. Absolutely agree.
Because what I loved about it was because if you bought the video game for your Game Boy at the time, you got to play all throughout Johto, and then the second half you went over to Kanto. I mean, that was like getting 2 games for the price of 1. Because you had to do all the gyms in Johto and all the gyms in Kanto.
Pokemon, let's go back to Kanto for a second. Each region had 3 different starter pack Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
So in Kanto, you had Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and
Charmander,
right? I don't think it was the same thing for the Orange Islands. I don't think.
Oh, they didn't have a game for the Orange Islands.
No. For the game, it's Survey, and it was Pokemon Red, I believe, and Yellow. So.
Well, I have Yellow, and there's no.
Okay, I know it's Pokemon Red in some other color.
Okay.
So was there any beginner Pokemon over there, or was it the same?
For Yellow?
Yeah.
For Yellow, you actually do not get to choose Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle.
Okay.
You start off with Pikachu.
No, you just start off with Pikachu.
Yes,
Okay.
and Gary, because what happens in all the others, in green, red, and blue, you get to choose.
Yep.
And it's like that in all the other games in the later in years.
Mm-hmm.
You choose a grass, a fire, or a water. And whichever one you choose, your rival chooses the one that can beat it in abilities. So if I choose fire, he chooses water. Well, the thing in Yellow, Gary, your rival, doesn't even get to choose Squirtle, Bulbasaur, or Charmander either. He gets an Eevee.
He gets an Eevee.
He gets an Eevee, and you get Pikachu.
Look at that. All right, so the Johto region, you start off with new Pokemon too. Mm-hmm. These are my starter ones. Remember what they were?
You get Chikorita, the grass type.
Yep.
Totodile, my favorite, the water
Totodile,
type.
yeah.
Or Cyndaquil, the fire type.
Look at you. That's amazing.
See, also, I forgot, in Yellow, there's different parts in the game where you can find the one Bulbasaur, the one Charmander, and the one Squirtle. So you can get all three of them, too.
So you can get those. Okay.
Yes. The only thing is, you can't evolve Pikachu. Like, in the TV show, he does never evolve. He doesn't want the Thunderstone.
No.
So you can't evolve him unless you trade him and then evolve him. It's some of those things where it's like, really?
Trades.
Had to go out, buy an extra Game Boy, hook it up, trade it over, then trade it back.
What you gotta do. So after Johto was the Hoenn
Yep.
region. I'm not sure if that made it in the TV show or not.
Yes, it did.
It did.
Yep. You had Mudchap, I think, was the water one. Mudkip.
Yes.
Trico, the grass one, and Torchic, the fire.
Okay. Yeah.
I have watched this tells you how big of a fan I am.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I've watched literally every episode of Pokemon. Even right now, I have it taped on my DVR. It's one of those things you just don't get over.
It really is. But then you have Sinnoh, which I thought was a pretty cool season too.
Yes, now we're getting harder to try to remember the names of these.
Right.
I know Sinnoh, there is a penguin type. I forgot what its name is. That's the water one. The grass one it looks like a turtle. And the fire is a monkey. I can't remember his name.
Oh, right. I'm gonna look him up for you here. Give me 1 second here. Sinnoh TV show is really good, right?
Yes.
All right, so here we go. Looks like we have a Turtwig,
Turtwig, yeah, that's looks like a turtle.
Chimchar,
Chimchar's the ape, yep, the fire.
and Piplup.
Piplup's the water, yes.
I love this game. Pokemon's just so great. I mean, what's your favorite one? All out of the entire...
It's Johto.
Johto?
Johto. I enjoy the Johto game. But my favorite Pokemon, like if I had to say a generation of all 150, it's Kanto.
Yeah.
I love the starters in Kanto. Bulbasaur,
the
Squirtle, and Charmander are amazing.
The original was great, yeah. Yeah. But look at this list here for Sinnoh. I mean, they are pretty great. I remember playing this game, I think it was a Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, I think it was.
Yep.
I used to see Starly a lot.
Which is Kanto's version of Pidgey.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They're all the same. They all look the same from the original. It's just they come up with different names for them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You have Shinx, that little, I don't know, bear, cub, lightning one. I'm not sure what it is. But yeah, I mean, like, so many. I mean, I'm not even sure what's their count of there right now.
Well, there's, I think, like 10 different regions, something like that they've done for TV shows.
7 different regions, I believe.
7?
Yeah.
So times that by 150.
Yeah, it would have to be, huh?
Yeah, so you're nearing the 1,000 mark.
That's just nuts for...
That tells the people who come up with the season after season, they got to come up with names for these and different looks.
Yeah. But then didn't they start doing, like, extra evolving of these Pokemon after?
In this new season, they actually have a new... Because you get your regular evolutions.
Yep.
Usually, Pokemon can evolve 2 times from their protege part. They actually have a new evolution on TV now. It's called Mega Evolution, where you have your final evolution of a Pokemon, like a Charizard, for instance, and you have to wear this Soul Stone on your hand, and they wear a stone around their neck.
Soul Stone, huh?
Yeah, it's some kind of weird stone, and you say Mega Evolve, and you have to your souls intertwine, and like Charizard goes from this red dragon to this ultra supersized black dragon with like long claws and stuff, fire coming out of his neck, everything. I mean, it's intense. And Ash is trying to find one to Mega Evolve Pikachu.
Oh, really?
He's trying.
He's trying.
Oh,
Ash, when are you going to grow up? Is he still 10 now?
Probably. He still hasn't won one of these tournaments at the end of the show either.
Not won a tournament, has he?
No. The furthest he made it was in the last one. He made it to the semifinals, so he was one of the final 4.
Oh, well, good for him.
So he almost made it.
Do you want to do the top 5 now? Do you want to do it a little later?
Well, we can do the top 5.
Want to do the top 5 now?
Sure.
All right, so when you go for your top 5?
All right, well, you all know we haven't done a top 5 in a while. It's just trying to find the time in the show and a good topic. If you remember in last season, we're calling it, which was last year, our top 5s, I'd give mine, James would give his, and we'd come up with the ultimate top 5. But to save time, we decided to switch it up on everybody. We actually came up with it prior to the show.
Yes.
And so we'll just go over our top 5 and kind of give our thoughts on it.
Yes.
So we're starting off with number 5. We're doing the top 5. Do you want to do what we call it?
Our personal favorites.
Our personal favorites. And we only kept it to Kanto, the original. That's what we grew up with.
Yeah.
So number 5, we have Nidorino, the evolved form of the male version of Nidoran.
Yes.
Love this guy, because with a Moonstone, he can evolve into Nidoking. Nidoking is a very powerful Pokemon, but I just love the look of Nidorino also.
Oh, yeah.
This is a little horn dude that you can ride around. Number 4 originally was Blastoise, but we decided Squirtle was better.
Because Squirtle almost made my original top 5. If he did, I don't think he did make it quite there, but he almost did. But you had Blastoise in your original top 5.
I actually think Squirtle was better, though, because if you go around and ask people, fans of Pokemon stuff, I think a lot of fans, there's a lot of fans for Squirtle out there.
Yeah, of course.
And Squirtle's this, I just remember in watching Pokemon the Indigo League, the Squirtle Squad that he had, and he had the
sunglasses
and everything.
Oh, man, so great.
That was an awesome Squirtle.
Classic.
That's a classic Squirtle. Number 3, we have Pidgeotto.
Yes.
Pidgey, the pre-evolved form of Pidgeotto. It's one of those common Pokemon out there. You can find it everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a Pidgey, whoop-de-doo. But when he evolves into Pidgeotto in the game and everything, and even on TV, it becomes this really, like, kick-butt kind of Pokemon.
Of course.
I like the flying abilities, too. Just, you can't get me kind of thing. And when he evolves into Pidgeot, that is one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
So, Pidgeotto...
That bird is huge.
Exactly. Pidgeotto, got to be in our top 5. Number 2 is your all-time favorite Pokemon.
Yes.
It is Cubone.
It is.
What makes Cubone your all-time favorite Pokemon?
I don't really have a reason why. I mean, I guess my son gave me this keychain that he got at a yard sale of a Pokemon, and it was Cubone. Mm-hmm. You know, and I guess from there on, I was like, that's kind of cool. Such a kid who has nothing, no money, nothing, gave me a gift, the only thing he could, That'd be a Pokemon that we both liked together.
I mean, let's not...
So, I mean, Cubone is a pretty cool ground-type
Exactly.
Pokemon.
You can't not credit Cubone for being a kick-butt Pokemon
Here's the
either.
weird thing, though. Cubone's a really dark character, too.
Yes,
he has that skull on his head, right?
Yes, there is a backstory
to it. It's not just a regular skull.
Isn't it like the skull of his mother or something?
The skull of his mother.
Yeah.
So it's a really dark story for a Pokemon character.
And like I said, it's a kick-butt character. I mean, one of its moves is headbutt.
Yeah.
You get headbutted by someone wearing a skull or throwing a boomerang-type bone at you.
Yeah.
One of my all-time favorite scenes watching Cubone in Pokemon, I think he went up to somebody and the Pokemon it was battling was almost done in the battle. It just came over and went whack.
Yeah.
A light tap on the head and bloop. So, number one is my all-time favorite, though, and that is Charizard.
Charizard.
I love Charizard because it's powerful, it can fly, it's a dragon, fire. I'm a big fire type. If I had to choose the ability of my Pokemon, I choose fire. That's one of my all-time favorites in the Pokemon world.
Is it because you're personally a pyro, or
No.
no? Okay.
Even though it's funny because I would choose Charmander. I love Charmander. Charmander is an awesome character. So then evolving to Charizard, great. When I switched games and went to Gold and Silver, which is the Johto region,
Yep.
I choose Totodile over Cyndaquil. It's just, I think it's because when you're a kid, you look at the Pokemon first, and if it's cool looking, that's what you want.
How you choose.
And it's funny because I like the dragon type Pokemon, and so Charizard is part dragon.
Yep.
Totodile is part dragon also, or it's not dragon. It's a giant crocodile.
Yeah, it's cool.
So it kind of reminds me of the same when you look at Charizard and Totodile's final evolution, which is for alligator.
Like lizards.
Yeah, in the Pokemon world. So
Nothing wrong with that.
so that's our number one though.
Yes.
So we do want to hear from all you Pokemon fans out there. So go to our Facebook page at Legends of Nerds and tell us your top 5 Pokemon. Doesn't have to be like we did, just the Kanto region. If you have a favorite region, do the top 5 there. And I know there's a lot of Pokemon fans out there watching, so please tell us your top 5. We really want to know.
We've been talking about Pokemon for a long time. Not just the show, but all the time. Remember when we went to Comic-Con?
Yes, one of our
What was that
questions.
final question I asked all of our
If you had to
guests?
choose a Pokemon partner, who would you choose?
Yes. And what did we hear?
We heard a lot of people who weren't Pokemon fans.
Yes.
Or were not allowed to watch Pokemon.
Yeah.
Which was funny because we ran into one guy who his parents let him watch Yu-Gi-Oh! But not Pokemon.
Yes.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense at all.
So,
Now, I bring this up for one simple reason. And that's the final segment of this show. When, I think it was probably last week, when a new app hit the Google Play Store, the Apple Store, and the other app places they are.
yes.
That's Pokemon Go.
The big anticipation of this game is just amazing.
Remember the first trailer that you saw?
It was of a guy in Japan, kind of. I think there was a Pikachu in the bushes or something like that, and he was
Yeah.
running after it.
Yeah. One of the base I saw was took place in Times Square, and everybody is fighting Mewtwo in Times
Jeez.
Square. Yeah. So the giant Pokemon battle, and they finally beat him, and everybody got to catch him, you know? This game just came out of nowhere, and servers are crashing everywhere because of this game.
Oh, it doesn't shock me.
No.
I've even told you earlier today, it's kind of, I want to play this game. But it's getting kind of annoying seeing all the posts from everybody. It's like, oh
It's
my god,
crazy.
that's all you're seeing.
Crazy. We have our buddy Armin, who came back from Bosnia a couple of days ago, and he was playing it way over there. He's catching all these rare Pokemon over there, too. I mean, it's crazy how just, like, you know, the whole world is playing this game. And with the sponsor that we got from Comic-Con, do you think they're Pokemon players now?
Probably.
Probably now, right?
Mm.
I find it very interesting how just one app can turn everybody from a non-fan to a fan overnight.
True.
Now, any big stories you heard from this game so far?
I've heard about the police station, obviously in Australia.
Yes, and we'll talk about it in a second.
Yeah. I've heard even made up stories. That's the thing. This is so popular that you are getting made up stories of things happening. One was a car pile up on the interstate, and it's like the biggest car pile up ever in America or something like that. That never happened.
Well, those are called memes. That's all that is.
It's funny though. People are stating they're waiting for an accident to happen.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Whether it's in your car or you're just walking around not paying attention, because you see a lot of people walking around and they don't pay attention because their face is glued to their phone.
Yeah. So here's the basics of this game. It works on on most smartphones and tablets.
Mm-hmm.
It uses your GPS in those devices, and it brings up a map of where you are. It shows all the streets that go on there. Okay, and also there are going to be Pokemon gyms in certain spots, and also most like museums, police stations, and other historical spots are called Poke Shops, and you can go there. And on your screen, you tap the cube, and like it gives you Pokeballs, and it gives you like medicine for your Pokemon after you battle.
Just like in the video game when you can go to the market and buy Pokeballs and potions.
Exactly, yeah. Which I find very interesting. I mean, like you said, like right before you start filming, you're like, I can't get this person to walk, and it's like it's called Pokemon Go.
Exactly.
There is no sitting down with this app.
And what did you say the saying that they're saying about Michelle Obama and Pokemon?
Oh yeah, there's a little meme going on Facebook, and it's it took Michelle Obama 8 years to get Americans to get up outside. It took Nintendo 24 hours.
Which is it's hilarious.
Yeah, it is pretty funny.
If you look with Nintendo, how I always state, we talk about the Wii. You're a big, huge Nintendo fan. You have your Wii.
I'm a huge Nintendo fan.
When the Wii first came out, it was so innovative because you have to actually get up and play it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of elementary schools that have them in the gym and stuff. So if you can't go outside, you play Wii, and you get a full workout.
Yep. So after you saw this game come out, I know you have some sort of like flip phone or something to make you want to get yourself a smart device.
It does and it doesn't. For me, I have to come over. I have to get over my in my head that do I really want to pay the price for a smartphone and the monthly fee? Because with what I have, it does what I want. I can call and I can text.
But can you play Pokemon?
For a low monthly fee.
Can you play Pokemon?
No.
No, you can't.
But if I invest in a new iPod, then I could.
You could, yeah.
Because mine is older. So.
Well, the thing about Pokemon Go is that you got to have either a data plan or Wi-Fi around to play.
Yes.
Yeah, so some people who don't have data plans, they still play, but only in Wi-Fi areas.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I know my parents have an iPad, so maybe I can just go around my backyard.
Do they?
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect. You can go catch some Pokemon in your backyard.
Yeah, I mean, because we've seen on Facebook and everything some weird places people have caught Pokemon.
Yeah.
I've seen someone was doing the dishes, and a Weedle popped up in the sink.
I saw this really bad one. A guy walked to his bathroom, and a Ditto comes out of the toilet.
Jesus. That's what I was saying. Like at your place and stuff earlier today, I'm like, you imagine you're in the shower and all of a sudden something pops up in the shower with you. It's like, whoa.
Well, I don't know why you have your smartphone in the shower, Andy.
Well, it could be on the sink or something. Be like, privacy, please. It's like, oh my God, there's a snake in the shower. Oh no, it's just Ekans.
But it's a very inventive game for Nintendo to do. I think it's amazing, great idea. Mm-hmm. And I mean, systems are crashing because of this game. It is hard to get on these days right now.
Yeah. Well, wasn't it too? Because when I brought up the police station, they put out something on Facebook stating, "Don't come to us."
Yeah. So in Australia, this is what they quoted: "For those budding Pokemon trainers out there using Pokemon Go, whistling the Darwin police station may feature as a Pokestop. Please be advised that you don't actually have to step inside in order to gain the Pokeballs."
Yeah. Because it is one.
So, I mean, they had to say that because they had flocks of people going into the police station, not to report anything, but to get the Pokeballs and anything else they get from the
and I don't blame them. I mean, it was a smart thing to even do, posting on Facebook, because everyone's on Facebook.
Yeah.
But I don't blame them, because you have to start thinking, is this going to become a liability, though?
It's going to be a huge
for them
problem.
Making places like that a stop to go somewheres, because now you're becoming a safety hazard or a public incident that's going to happen.
I mean, I understand why they did that, because they wanted to have it out there, and they had to have, spots where every town has one. Mm-hmm. Every town has a police station. Most town has museums. Most town has parks, so those are the Poke Shops.
Yes.
Why I'm not sure how they came up with the idea of having Poke Gyms where they are. Like, there's a Poke Gym, like a Pokemon Gym, 2 blocks from my house. It's at the church. And I don't know how they made the church a Pokemon Gym. I find that kind of weird, too. So I'm gonna do more research, see where the other Pokemon.
It wouldn't surprise me
are.
if they're showing, because it uses GPS, and the church is a big place.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me because our old post office here down the street, it's a big building, and that's a shop.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it could be they can see on like Google Maps and stuff like that because you can actually see actual buildings.
Yeah.
If the app knows this is one of the biggest buildings in the area, and that's why it does that.
It's the police, post office, and customs house is a Pokestop.
Yeah, because now it's not a post office anymore. It's just
From the customs house.
yeah,
right?
it's the customs and all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out where this is. So the Veterans Memorial in the park is a gym.
Huh.
Isn't that weird?
It's one of the biggest things in the park. So
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the Pokemon we can catch, though. Let's talk about the Pokemon we can catch.
okay.
I played this game for two days now.
Yep.
2 or 3 days now, and I've caught about 20 small Pokemon, but most of them have been repeated ones. You have the real common ones, like Pidgey is real common out there.
Yep.
Rattata is really popular and really common out there. So you catch those all the time. Even Zubat is once in a while you catch them. Weedle and Caterpie is in there.
You get to catch Zubats at night, or can you catch them during the day too?
I caught one during the day. I caught my first one actually in the Radio Shack building.
Oh.
It's very hard to catch though because he's flying around.
So you're telling me don't go there because you're infested with bats?
Yes, yeah, we have tons of Zubats.
You have a Zubat
Radio Shack.
infestation.
You know what's bad though? I went to McDonald's today, and I saw a lot of Rattats in McDonald's parking lot. So I'm not sure what business gonna do.
We have an infestation. We need to call an exterminator.
I think so.
Now, I can see how you're stating all these common ones.
Yeah.
They're actually taking that from the games, from a lot of the video games you get to play, because those are the common ones that you can find everywhere in the games.
Yep.
So it makes sense that those are the common ones to find.
Yeah.
And it is going to be harder to find these rarer ones. Like, I want to know if anyone's caught one of the 3 legendary birds, Articuno, Moltres, or Zapdos.
I doubt it.
And where are they?
Yeah, right. I think this game is going to evolve big time. I think they could make it evolve even more where if you want to find water Pokemon, you got to go to the water.
Yeah, the lake or something.
You heard my wife have a story today about
Yeah,
her Goldeen
Yeah,
incident,
yeah.
right? And we don't live near the water.
No,
But there's
you live in the middle of the city.
on the screen, and it's like in our neighbor's yard.
That's why I'm like, does your neighbor have a pond back there or something?
Nothing, no, it's just grass. So it'd be nice if they would evolve the game more
Exactly.
to where if you want like a mountain type Pokemon, or you want to catch a Geodude, you go to the mountains,
Well, that's how it was in the game too. You wanted a water Pokemon, you had to fish for it.
Yeah. But this is just, they just sporadically appear. But it is only the first version of the game,
Now, do you see the new versions when you have to download like the higher app and stuff like that being a new region? Like Johto is next.
Oh, yeah. Because right now it's only the Kanto region Pokemon right now. I suppose maybe, or maybe America is Kanto and you gotta go cross seas to go to other regions like that.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
I'd hope not because, yeah, it's kind of if you had each region in the world, each region in the Pokemon world. But if you want to get everyone to be able to catch their favorite Pokemon or introduce the new regions, you do it for all over the place.
Yeah.
But you got to think to yourself, how much app space is that going to take with close to 1,000 Pokemon that they have to put into this one game?
Crazy? It's just nuts how they just pop up on the screen randomly. The game is fun. The game's free. The game is definitely time consuming. It's bringing people more outside, which I think is awesome. So, Andy, I think you should try it out one of these days.
I might have to just steal the iPad somewhere around down the road.
I think you probably should. Make sure you have a Google account, though.
Well, Apple Store.
I think you still got to sign with Google, I think. I don't know.
Oh,
I know I had to.
because I tried downloading it on my iPod, but because my iPod's a 4th generation, so it's only an iOS 6 and you need an iOS 8.
Oh, right on.
It wouldn't let me download the full version. So,
But I mean, for this game, I enjoy it. I like it.
have you showed it to your kids yet?
Yeah.
They enjoying it too?
Yeah.
Now, my thing, you're showing me earlier today the map and stuff, and you have to walk around.
Yep.
How do you catch? Explain to
Alright,
me and all the fans out there. How do you catch?
So
a
on
Pokemon?
you saw the map, right?
Yes.
And you see the roads and stuff. Randomly, Pokemon actually just pop right on the map.
Okay.
You can actually see the Pokemon on the map.
So your phone, like, if you're obviously you're not going to walk around all day like this.
No.
Your phone's in your pocket. Does it go off or something? Does it vibrate?
No, you gotta actually have the game on. I've not had it vibrate on me yet.
That's what they need to do.
Oh.
That's what your phone. People have their phones on all the time.
Yeah.
They should have it where you're walking and all of a sudden something's vibrating, and ooh, there it is.
And it's worth. It might be. I mean, I don't really take my phone outside the house. I don't really do much. I just go to work and then stay home. So it may be that way, you know. But I don't really know.
During your break, you're walking around the store like this.
Yeah. No, even during work, during hours, I do that. Yeah.
Sorry, sir, I cannot help you. I'm trying to catch this Pidgey.
But to answer your question, it pops up on the screen. Then you tap it. Then it zooms in on it. Then you see it dancing around the field. And there's a Pokeball on the bottom screen. You gotta flick the Pokeball up to hit it. But I mean, sometimes it's really hard to aim. You gotta sometimes you go to the left or the right. How feisty the Pokemon is, it might headbutt the Pokeball away.
Okay.
So I mean, that's how you catch it like that.
Now see, so it's Nintendo, but it's someone else who has the rights to the game, stuff like that. If you're watching, and we know you are, make it like the video game. I'm sorry, but to me, there's flaws with this. Yes, it's just the first generation.
It's the first version of the game.
But what have we learned from Pokemon? Catching Pokemon, for instance. What is the one thing the video games and the TV shows have taught us about catching Pokemon? What do you need to do?
You need to battle it first.
Exactly.
Well, I know.
Because even in an episode of Pokemon, the first one, Ash tries to catch a Pokemon.
I know, but I mean...
You should have to... You even showed me the list of Pokemon you have. You got like 30 different Pokemon on there.
Quickly, we gotta wrap the show up here, but that's why there's a warning before you start the game. It says, be aware of your surroundings. So they didn't want to have a battle between Pokemon. If you're sitting there like walking and you gotta battle a Pokemon walk, it's just a quick catch kind of thing. I think they want to keep it as fun and safe as possible.
And remember, they also stated, when you're catching a Pokemon, don't throw your phone at it. Don't think your phone's the Pokeball.
But anyways, that's our show, Andy. Definitely check out the app and continue enjoying Pokemon. My final words and thoughts.
My final words and thoughts are, no, I'm not running out to the store right now to buy me a smartphone. I do want to try it someday. Who knows? Maybe I'll get a smartphone one of these days. I got to find the plan that suits me.
There's a $35 plan out there.
And the
it's
plan,
pretty sweet.
The plan I have right now suits my needs. So those are my final thoughts and words. Like always, everybody out there in Nerdland, thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this show. And don't forget, you can watch this one and every one of our other shows. We're almost at 40 episodes. I think this was maybe 35, 36, somewhere around there.
That's exciting.
You can watch
cake on the 40th.
We should. Maybe the 50th. That's the halfway point for the 100.
All right.
Don't forget, watch this episode, every other episode, on our YouTube page, at Legends of the Nerds. We're also on Facebook, at Legends of the Nerds also. We will be posting, finally, our top 5. I have not been able to do that because we don't come up with a top 5.
I did this time.
Don't forget, in a couple weeks is Comic-Con. We will be going to Comic-Con again this year. We hope to see every one of you there. Don't forget, because we've been talking movies, Star Trek 3 Beyond comes out in 2 weeks. I'm going to try to get you to go with me to go see Star Trek Beyond.
I'll go.
Because this movie, I am anticipating, is going to be one of the highest grossing movies, not of the summer, but of the month, we'll say. I see this movie blowing the box office up. Because it just looks amazing. Mm-hmm. And I hear rumors that Captain Kirk might die.
No.
So we'll see.
No, we can't do that.
I know. So thank you all for watching. And remember out there in Nerdland to stay nerdy.